Welcome to October, which means we've seen all NFL 32 teams play in the month of September, and we kind of got a sense of who they are or who they are starting to become. Earlier in the season, or before the season started, I should say, I put together a tier list ranking of where I think teams were and what is the outcome or what do I think they fall into based off how they had and how their offseason went and what type of direction I believe they're trending in. So with all these ups and downs, I have four teams who've kind of surprised me or have had an interesting start to their NFL season. Let's start with the obvious one, the Minnesota Vikings. Or is this the Sam Darnold resurrection since he's gotten there? It seems like Minnesota has their guy for now, while JJ McCarthy recovers from a torn ACL injury and learn in the NFL. And it seems like Sam Darnold has the ultimate security blanket in Justin Jefferson, who's been putting up phenomenal numbers. But back to Sam Darnold, let's talk about it. His QBR is ranked third. He's 10th in passing yards, and he's first in passing touchdowns. He doesn't throw many interceptions, surprisingly, from what we've seen in the New York era. It seems like he's found a home with the right kind of people who can give him what he needs so he can succeed. Aaron Jones being a full beneficiary of that since leaving from Green Bay. This offense seems to be charting in the right direction, but even their defense alone has also been good. You have Blake Cashman, Pat Jones, who are the two frontmen for this defense, one leading in tackles, one leading in sacks. I'm quite surprised how this team goes. I always said they were they are playoff contenders if things go right. But I also said they could have been a team that was almost there but not quite because they were a jack of all trades, depending on how the quarterback situation has gone. And so far, it's been nothing but magical for this team. Up next, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why are they interesting? Why are they surprising? Well, let's think about it. Before the season started, they signed Russell Wilson to a 1 year contract. Oh, also, they go trade for a guy by the name of Justin Fields from the Chicago Bears. The biggest question was who's going to be quarterback one? Well, through ups and downs and through injuries, Justin Fields is the QB1 right now. And it seems like he's not going anywhere. He's made the right choice, and it doesn't seem like he's made a mistake anywhere doing what he's doing. So let's really think about it. Justin Fields hasn't been anything spectacular. He hasn't been a home run hitter, but what he has been is somewhat a consistent mover of the ball, whether with his legs or with his arm. He's done right by this offense. He has a 3-to-1 interception ratio. He also has a little bit of a fumbling problem, which he does need to work on. But other than that, he's not really causing them to win games, but not causing them to lose games either. But what he is doing is extending the play. So really, it's Justin Fields who's been the most surprising and the most interesting to me, and almost as if George Pickens has a security blanket with a quarterback that he trusts, who's willing to take the top off the defense. That's probably the most exciting thing that we haven't seen from the Steelers with Kenny Pickett and their last couple of quarterback stints with Mason Rudolph coming in, so many other guys. It's hard to say if Russell Wilson will get a chance to be QB1 since he really didn't even get a chance during the preseason with the calf injury. But if I'm the Steelers, I'm going to ride this wave until I can't anymore. Next up on that list is the Baltimore Ravens, but specifically Derrick Henry. The biggest questions going into this was the offensive line. How is that going to work? How is Baltimore going to fix their offense to fit Derrick Henry, someone who's been a downhill runner for so long, and have him to play in a spread style offense? Well, the easy, simplest answer was you put Lamar under center and you hand that ball off to Derrick Henry, who's been nothing but magical. Derrick Henry still leads the NFL in rushing yards since 2016. It's almost every year he leads the league in rushing yards, pretty much, and he's first in touchdowns. This offense seems to be clicking in the right direction after his week one. Let me give you his numbers. Week one, 46 yards. Week two, 84 yards. Week three, 151 yards. And week four, 199 yards. It seems like they finally figured it out. And each week they're just getting better, better, better. And it's one of the most interesting things that you see where not a lot of pressure is on Lamar, but Lamar is also grateful to have a running back who can just get the ball and go downhill. And they still have Justice Hill. But also, I want to talk about the defense too. The physicality of this defense almost reminds me of 2012's Baltimore Ravens with Kyle Hamilton, Kyle Van Noy, and Marlon Humphreys, those guys being the leaders of this team. They're coming away with a lot of turnovers, and they're putting their defenders in a lot of second and long situations and third and long situations, which is easily getting Baltimore the ball back in plus territory. So kudos to the Baltimore Ravens, not only for figuring out how to make this mesh with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, also finding that Baltimore Ravens physicality again. And last but not least, this team has probably been the biggest surprise, considering that they had a complete overhaul of their roster, a complete overhaul in the coaching staff. And right now they're sitting at 3-1. That's right. I'm talking about the Washington Commanders under rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, who's so far been the best rookie quarterback out there right now. Throws his first turnover against the Cardinals. And since then, the offense has put up 23 scoring drives. And after week 1 and until that Cardinals game, there were 2 games where they didn't punt the ball. Tress Way never saw the field. And you want to talk about a match made in heaven right now? Cliff Kingsbury, Jaden Daniels putting together this air raid offense and being able to move the ball downfield has been something magical. We've gotten to see Jaden Daniels slowly but surely progress as an NFL quarterback and not making it look difficult. He's putting the ball in the right situations. I know the biggest issue was Terry not getting the ball earlier in the first 2 weeks, but these last 2 weeks, Terry McLaurin has really started to come on and they started to attack the ball downfield. Also, we have to give credit to the run game. Brian Robinson Jr. and obviously Austin Eckler have been a great 1-2 combination, with both of them also being leaders in the backfield as a receiver, which my thought process was how this was originally going to work. Austin Eckler would just be the #1 receiving back. But they found a way to get this done with the offensive line that hasn't been stellar, but has been pretty good this year. Something that has been really question marked on this team for the last 5 years. Even the defense has had probably their best game this past week against the Cardinals. So as the defense slowly starts coming along, as Dan Quinn starts slowly coming along, this team has to be one of the most exciting teams going into the rest of this season. Sitting at 3-1, the possibilities are endless. They're first in their division, something that I didn't expect. I've always said it here clearly. I thought the Eagles and the Cowboys were the best teams in the NFC East. But Washington has become a very sneaky contender and a sneaky player in this offense. But again, it's only October. There's a full slate of football left in front of us. Who knows what these 4 teams can be? And who else will surprise me? So you guys let me know in the comments, what teams have surprised you so far in the first 4 weeks of the season? What players have surprised you in the first 4 weeks of the season? I'm here to listen to it all. I'm excited. What else do you think can happen? Do you think it can go up for these 4 teams or do you think it can go down? I'll see you guys at the next video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.